From the Script Studios, this is San Diego's news source, 10 News.
Nighttime gets a little more freaky because there's less people around and there's people who aren't normally around.
Concerns this afternoon after a rash of sex assaults on campus. Today, students at San Diego State took action. Since the fall semester began, there have been at least 3 reported sexual assaults at SDSU.
So today, a local organization took steps to educate students on the violence. And as 10 News reporter Matt Mendez explains, a local congresswoman is also stepping up to help.
About 25 people, including students and community leaders, met here at San Diego State's Alumni Center. They got a lesson on self-defense and talked about ways to end the violence.
And then there's pressure points right along the jaw side. That's what I do to take him over.
These are the moves Kaimi Kuaha says she violence. At SDSU, Matt Mendez, 10 News.
Investigators are looking into a fire in La Mesa that forced 7 people out of their home overnight. That fire started just before midnight on Rolando Knowles Drive near University Avenue. 10 News reporter Candace Crone is there live. Candace, firefighters were able to keep the flames from spreading to other homes.
That's right. It only took them 12 minutes to put this fire out, but it caused quite a bit of damage. You can see here a charred pile of furniture that looks like a table and a headboard. And back out here live, you're looking at a hole in the roof where firefighters had to cut to get inside to put this fire out. Now we're told damage is estimated at $260,000.
And it appears we're having some technical difficulties. We'll try to get back to Candace here in a short amount of time. Here we go. A woman is in the hospital right now after a fire crash in Carlsbad. It happened around 5 a.m. at Cormorant Drive and Aviara Parkway. Investigators say the woman may have been drunk when she crashed her car into a tree. The car burst into flames and she managed to get out, but we're told she suffered serious burns. She was flown to the burn center at UC San Diego Medical Center for treatment. It's unclear if she'll face charges. The crash under investigation this afternoon.
And a woman is recovering from burns this weekend after she was set on fire holding her baby near a fire pit in Carmel Mountain Ranch. We first told you about that last night at 11. The woman was sitting by this gas fire pit at a coffee shop when flames exploded from the pit, setting the woman on fire. One witness said the flame burnt the woman's arm she was holding the baby with and the side of her face.
She just kept saying, my baby, so we called 911. And the lady that was holding her was in shock because she was shaking pretty bad.
Witnesses say the baby didn't appear to have any burns but was crying a lot. Police are looking into what caused the fire.
2 suspects have been booked into Sacramento County Jail following a series of shootings that left 2 sheriff's deputies dead, another wounded, and a bystander in the hospital. The shootings covered 6 crime scenes scattered across 30 miles. Both suspects were booked into jail early this morning and are now being held without bail. New information about yesterday's deadly shooting at a high school in Washington State. Investigators now say a social studies teacher attempted to stop the gunman as he was trying to reload. Last night, prayers and pleas for comfort filled this church in Marysville, where a vigil was held for the victims. Police say 14-year-old Jalen Freiberg opened fire at Marysville Pilchuck High School cafeteria. 2 of the victims were Freiberg's cousins.
Insane. You know, I don't have anything against, even though my grandson got shot. I'm with you and I'm praying with you.
A female student was killed in the shooting. Freiberg also shot and killed himself, but it's unclear if he committed suicide or accidentally shot himself during the struggle with the teacher. 4 others were injured in the attack. 3 remain in critical condition. We just checked and the power is still out for a handful of people in Vista after a car hit a power pole. That pole and live wires fell onto a house. It happened earlier this morning around 3 on Thibodeau and Hilo Way. When sheriff's deputies arrived, the driver was gone. The power is expected to be turned on any minute now. Well, taking a live look outside, it looks a little overcast, but still a good day. Meteorologist Craig Herrera is in the 10 News Pinpoint Weather Center. And Craig, the cool breeze is back.
Yeah, and temperatures have calmed down quite a bit because of it, and it looks like it'll be with us tomorrow as well. Now, highs today with that cool sea breeze and the cloud cover you were just talking, the 80s. Coming up in a moment, Rial will talk about how strong that sea breeze is going to be and how much it's going to cool us off tomorrow. All right, Craig, thank you. The healthcare worker under a 21-day quarantine at a New Jersey hospital because she had contact with Ebola patients in West Africa is criticizing the way she is being treated. Casey Hickox told the Dallas Morning News what she was questioned for hours yesterday, and no one would explain what was going on or what would happen to her.
Healthcare worker Casey Hickox was stopped at Newark Liberty International Airport Friday as she returned from caring for Ebola patients in West Africa. Hickox was isolated here at University Hospital in Newark and tested negative for Ebola. She is the first to be quarantined under a tough new policy in New York and New Jersey. The governors of both states have joined forces to go above and beyond current federal Ebola protocols. New York and New Jersey imposing a mandatory quarantine for any individual who had direct contact with someone infected.
Voluntary quarantine. No.
The stakes are just too high to count on people to do it.
People, some say, like Dr. Craig Spencer.
He's a doctor, and even he didn't follow the guidelines for the quarantine.
Now isolated with Ebola in New York's Bellevue Hospital. Dr. Spencer, back from treating Ebola patients in Africa, roamed the city freely for 6 days before being diagnosed Thursday. New York's mayor, Bill de Blasio, ordered lunch at one of the restaurants Spencer visited to help dispel public fears. Biorecovery workers have also now finished decontaminating Spencer's apartment. His neighbors are playing it safe.
I wiped down the doorknobs and the elevator buttons and, mopped the floor.
2 nurses who caught Ebola from the Texas patient who died are now free of the disease. Before going home from the hospital, Nina Pham got a farewell hug from President Obama at the White House. Waiting to join Nina, her dog, Bentley, who's still in quarantine until November 1st.
Well, today the World Health Organization announced the number of people believed to have contracted Ebola has passed 10,000. Of those cases, 4,922 people have died. Those figures show about 200 new cases since the last report 4 days ago.
A memorial service was held today in Simi Valley for the San Diego State student who died of bacterial meningitis. Dara Seltzer was a freshman at SDSU studying public relations. She died October 17th from the B strain of meningitis, not covered by vaccines available in the U.S. Today, friends and family gathered at Cornerstone Church in Simi Valley to remember Stelzer. She was just 18 years old.
Coming up, the Coast Guard spreading the word about safety out on the water, especially during lobster dives.
Next, the steps they took today in an effort to keep divers safe after an alarming number of deaths off the Southern California coast.
Plus, why scientists are keeping a close eye on this lava flow in Hawaii. Well, lobster season started just 1 month ago, and there have already been 5 diving deaths in Southern California. 10 News reporter Marie Cornell was there this morning as the Coast Guard reached out to divers in La Jolla in an effort to keep them safe.
Whether they've been doing it for a while or if this was their first time, divers in La Jolla. From La Jolla, Marie Cornell, 10 News.
The Mission Valley Preserve got a deep cleaning today. 135 volunteers scoured the Mission Valley Preserve today, collecting thousands of pounds of trash. The San Diego River Park Foundation exceeded its goal by collecting 8,500 pounds of trash, including 200 pounds of recyclables.
We're finding all kinds of stuff. We found a kayak paddle. So we got some mattresses, some bottles, cans, those sorts of things. We always find interesting stuff out here.
Never know what you'll find out there. The San Diego River Park Foundation will continue working to keep the San Diego River clean. And to give you some perspective on the problem in the Mission Valley Preserve, the San Diego River Park Foundation has collected nearly 2 million pounds of trash there over 8 years. An estimated 70% of that trash comes from the homeless population that lives there.
A new video of a lava flow on the Big Island of Hawaii. You can see the lava and smoke slowly move down a hillside toward homes. Scientists are closely monitoring its progress, which is now less than a mile away from a small town. Scientists say changes in topography may help slow or change the path of the lava flow. It emerged from the Kilauea volcano in June and has traveled roughly 11 miles since.
Now, Pinpoint Weather, brought to you by the White Glove guys at ASI Hastings Heating, Air and Solar.
Another beautiful San Diego day out there. Craig says it's going to get a little cooler.
Yeah, a little bit. That sea breeze is pretty strong at times, so tomorrow you'll certainly start to feel it, and then after that we'll start to warm up a little bit. But tomorrow, yeah, you got that sea breeze coming in through, and it'll be fairly strong during it, right? A little windy on Friday as that system makes an approach, and it looks like next Saturday evening is the best chance for us to get some of those showers from one of those systems that'll pass through the north.
We've been waiting for months to say this.
I have been. I'm excited for next Saturday.
Thanks, Craig.
You got it.
Coming up, the Royals with a chance to take full control of the World Series, why pitching has been the name of the game in KC.
Plus, the Chargers have reached the halfway point of the season. What Mike McCoy says they have to do in order to be a playoff team. That's next.
Game 4 of the World Series a little less than an hour away, with the Royals having a chance now to take control of the series. Last night, Kansas City got some timely hitting, strong starting pitching, and a fabulous
about where we are, who we beat, what we've done. I think that in this league, the parity is so good in the league that if you don't play your best week in and week out, you're going to get beat. And I think every team in this league is beatable, without a doubt. If you go out and play your football, your type of football, the way you know you can play, you don't turn over the football, you don't give team big plays defensively, you win the turnover margin, you run the ball efficiently, you're a good situational football team, you can win every game. But you got to play your best, especially against good teams. And, I think there's a lot of good things in the first half of the season.
And I hope you took that all in.
Yes,
I love that
win.
list. You're going to have to repeat that at 11. Yeah.
Yes. I'll remember them all.
Okay.
Well, there's still more to come on this special edition of 10 News.
We'll have an update on today.
A local organization took steps today to educate SDSU students on the violence that has been occurring around campus.
In our top story, students were given a self-defense demonstration on campus after the already 3 reports of sexual assault this semester. And breaking news out of the East County, where there are reports a teenage boy was bitten by a snake.
We have a crew on the way to the scene right now, and we'll bring you the very latest on another special edition of 10 News after college football.
See you then.